All right. Humble young man, humble. Humble young man, humble. That's all you got to do. Humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? You'll get there. I've said that before. Like, bro, you'll get there. But what happened? What happened? All right. You shocked the world. You beat Lomachenko, right? But then you're like, I'm the undisputed champion. People try to tell you, bro, you're not the undisputed champion. He's like, yes, I am. Then his friends around him is like, you're not the undisputed champion. He's like, yes, I am. His dad says, yes, I am. Then the WBC comes out and is like, you're not the undisputed champion. Yes, I am. Top Rank is like, bro, you're not the undisputed champion. ESPN, not the undisputed champion. Showtime, you're not the undisputed champion. He's like, yes, I am. All right. You have a mandatory. Kambosos has to fight. What happens? What happens? Triller is like, hey, we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that. It's not happening. You're having to be in training camp way too long. During that time process, you're like, well, I can still do some showboating. I can still act like I'm doing something or whatever like that. Start saying just delusional stuff consistently over and over and over again, talking about Devin Haney, talking about how there was no contract or there wasn't no offers, no nothing, and it's like, man, I'm the best on the planet. I'm the king of this thing. Like all the other ones, Tank, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, all of them, man, they're down here. Like I'm the king. No problem, no issue. Everybody does that. But then it's just more antics, more antics, more antics, more delusion, more delusion. And it's just constant. But then for whatever reason, like it's not looking too good going into the fight for Triller. Triller has to pull out. The zone comes through, is like, hey, it's a purse bid. The zone wins the purse bid. Kambosos stays in the lab. He stays grinding. He's got a bigger why. He's like, man, my granddad died. I'm fighting for Australia. I'm fighting for Sparta and Greece and all that. Fighting for my family. Teófimo is just like, hey, I'm looking past. I'm looking for bigger and better things. What happens? He's not really thinking about the weight. The weight is coming off slow. And then what happens? Conditioning, working out, all that. He gets there, gets to the fight. I'm still thinking that, actually, let's bring it back. Canelo Alvarez, he wins undisputed. And Canelo says, like, man, I'm one of 6 undisputed. Teófimo's like, yeah, me and Canelo, we doing the thing. And he brings his belts to Canelo's fight, right? And when he does that, he shows off like 6 or something belts, and he's got more belts than Canelo at Canelo's fight. Whatever, it's just, he's delusional. So gets there. He hasn't had a title defense this whole time. We get to the fight. What happens? Like Kambosos, before they get there, Kambosos tells him like, hey, if you press me, if you come at me, I'm going to absorb that. I'm going to lay you out. All right. Get to the fight. Teófimo's doing all these antics, just not looking focused. Kambosos is looking locked in. And they get up to the ring. They do all the intros. Kambosos is still looking locked in. Teófimo is looking like he's doing that, that rattle the roll thing. You know what he does. What's that? And then, they get to the touch glove spot, and Kambosos hits Teófimo. You know what I'm saying? He's like, wake up. I was like, whoa, man. Even my wife was like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that was crazy." So then anyway, Kambosos gets in the ring. Teófimo is looking like he's looking for blood out the gate. He's throwing stuff, and he's looking like he's throwing everything in the kitchen sink, right? But missing. and and then he connects a few times. Kambosos absorbs it, sees the overhand right, gets the timing right, and then what happens? Humble. Young man, humble. Humble, young man, humble. And down goes Frazier, right? So Teófimo is on the ground. First round, right? And then it don't stop. Like, Kambosos is on his backside every round. And I'm like, yo, this dude. And I was hoping, man, because I don't like people like Teófimo that just extra. You got talent. You got all this talent. You got, and you have great work ethic. I mean, you're working, you're doing the thing, man. You don't got to be like that. But he's like that. And you know why he's like that? Because his dad's like that. And nobody likes people like that. And it's not hate. Well, I mean, if you want to call it hate, we'll take it as hate. I do hate that crap. And so do you. You don't like that stuff, man, that he does. You like confidence, but not that. You know what I'm saying? That's not confidence. That's just, you know what that is. We don't like that. So anyway, fight keeps on going. Teófimo's looking bad. And then a cut opens up. Woo! I'm talking about that thing was oh, and I was watching that thing. I was like, let's go, man. Putting it in. Humble, young man, humble. Like all over the eye. That's all that was happening. Was humble, young man, humble. Kambosos was giving you that humble, young man, humble. And Teófimo, he starts to try to figure it out. He's trying to put some things together, but it's a little too late, friend. Right? But the ninth round, Teófimo's like, okay, I got to do something. So he starts putting on the gas, and it's looking decent. And Kambosos needs to back up. All of a sudden, 10th round, boom! Teófimo comes out of nowhere and catches Kambosos. So I'm thinking, oh, here we go, man. All you had to do was stay away these last rounds, and you were winning this fight, and now look at this crap. Well, unfortunately, or fortunately for all of us, Teófimo had no gas left. It took him everything in life to get that knockdown. And when the 11th round came through, Kambosos just put on the gas, went to work, and stole the 11th and stole the 12th. Well, he didn't steal the 11th. He got the 11th convincingly. And 12th, I think he stole. I wouldn't say stole. He won that round too. So anyway, at the end of the day, he served him a good, healthy dish of humble, young man, humble. And that's what I was trying to say this whole time. But y'all were saying I was hate. It wasn't hate, man. It was just a reality check for his humble meter. It needed to be, you know what I'm saying? He needed to have humility. It's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all need that too. It's crazy. Anyway, so what happens? Because y'all been pumping his head up this whole time, enablers, that's what I call y'all, enablers. He gets up there and he's thinking he won the fight and everything like that. They do and I'm sitting here like, man, DAZN, you better not screw this man out of this fight. I'm talking about Kambosos. I knew Kambosos had won the fight. But I still was thinking, man, they'll do some tricky stuff. It's in New York. Who knows? Anyway, they call the fight, and Kambosos wins that thing, right? And Teófimo delusional. Like everybody, he's saying everybody know. Humble, young man, humble. You know, his dad is saying, oh, we won the humble, old man, humble. You know what I'm saying? That's all y'all need is humility. That's it. Just humility. Just a smidge. It would do you well. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can't be Mayweather. Yes. Like, Mayweather ain't got no humility. Not a shred. Not a mustard seed. Not a grain of a mustard seed of humility. You hear me? None. Zero, zilch, nada. It don't exist. It don't exist. But he deserved to grab. He's 50-0. Teófimo, trash. And that's what you get for co-signing that mess. And anybody that has Lomachenko on the pound for pound list, y'all need to be, come on. Get that man off that list. If Teófimo did Lomachenko and Kambosos did Teófimo, get Lomachenko off the list. That's how I feel. Get him off the list. I don't care what he did. He had an amazing amateur career. This is not the amateurs. And I know he did Gary Russell. Hey, no problem. I get that. But man, and Luke Campbell too. Okay, cool. No problem. But nah, man. It was just Bob Arum put him in all these fights. He didn't deserve that crap that quick. No. It's just his amateur pedigree and also the Olympics. I'm not, no hate. No hate on everything that he did in the amateurs. Amazing. But bro, he ain't doing this stuff in the pros. In the pros? Nah, man, he needs to prove himself. That's why he didn't there was no rematch with Teófimo. He knew what was up. It wasn't no injury. Man, Teófimo would have done him again. I'm saying that. He would have done him again. Because Teófimo had his number. Like, the way that fight was going, come on, it wasn't no injury. So, that's how I feel. I'm throwing shade on anything Bob Arum right now. I'm throwing shade. You know what time it is, man. We rocking with Terrence Crawford in this thing, man. Forget you, man. We fired you on the spot at the end of the fight. That's how we feel around this way. Humble, young man. Humble, I asked my father. Humble, old man. Humble, you old. You're so old, Bob Arum. Oh, now you rich, but you old. You're humble. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here with that stuff. You, Teófimo Sr., Lomachenko, all y'all, man, humble yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what Tank's gonna do. You know what Terrence Crawford came to do. And you know what Devin Haney's about to do to George Kambosos next year. Oh, you mad? Well, I'm glad. Man, get out of here. Peace, one love, and we out of here. Hey.